home remedies that actually work. Medicine, especially in the United States, can be brutally expensive. To illustrate this point, GoodRx states that the most expensive medicine in the US is Actimmune, which comes out to about $52,321 per monthly supply. And this is something that someone needs to take to live. That's a darn shame. Well, today here on Bestie, we're going to teach you how to make some of the best homemade remedies and medicines. Because even though we can't replace your Actimmune, we can at least help you deal with toothaches. But first, why don't you hit that subscribe button and click its friend, the notification bell as well, because there's no one on the internet better to get awesome health tips from than your bestie. Okay, so let's talk do-it-yourself home medicines. Whether you like it or not, conventional medicine is really expensive. So at least here we'll give you a couple more options. So without further ado, here are some of the best homemade remedies. Acne. We've talked about getting rid of acne in videos before. If you haven't seen them, then definitely go check them out, especially if you have acne. However, there's one method we forgot to mention. Thanks a lot, Bestie writers. According to Healthline, apple cider vinegar is a great way to rid yourself of acne. Here is their method for preparing the homemade remedy. First, you mix 1 part apple cider vinegar and 3 parts water. Use more water for sensitive skin. After you do your cleansing ritual, gently apply the mixture to the skin using a cotton ball. Let it sit for 5 to 20 seconds, rinse with water, and pat dry. Repeat this process 1 to 2 times per day as needed. And there you go! Remember, if that didn't work for you, then we have some other videos that talk about ways to rid yourself of acne. Always check all the Bestie videos. Burns. No, these aren't emotional burns, as they are really hard to cure naturally. Time is really the only way. But literal burns. Keep in mind, we don't mean 3rd degree or any serious burns here. Maybe you just hurt yourself on a lighter or something. Anyway, How Stuff Works recommends that you use tea bags in order to get rid of your burns. Here's how you do it. First, put 2 to 3 tea bags under a spout of cool water and collect the tea in a small bowl. After that, gently dab the liquid on the burn site. Once you've done all that, your burns should feel better in no time. Flu. This might not be a very controversial statement, but the flu sucks. It makes us nauseous, tired, feel weak, and most of all, it gets us to hate every moment of living. Don't worry, because the best home remedy for the flu is to drink broth. Whether it be chicken, beef, or vegetable, broth is great for 2 reasons. 1, it keeps you hydrated, which is something you desperately need when you're stuck with the flu. And 2, it helps liquefy any mucus secretions, which is also something you'll want. Plus, it's easy to keep down, so when you're nauseous and have no appetite, at least you'll be getting some nutrients. One other great way of getting rid of the flu is to use mustard. You may have heard this method from your grandma, but it's one that's even older than her. According to the experts at How Stuff Works, the Romans came up with this method and used it to rid their citizens of the flu, chest colds, and bronchitis. Those same experts tell us that mustard is loaded with antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties, many of which can be inhaled through the vapors. This is how you prepare the mustard medicine. First, mix 1 tablespoon dry mustard and 2 to 4 tablespoons flour. Next, you'll need to mix both with 1 egg white, which is optional, and warm water to form a paste. After that, find a clean handkerchief or square of muslin large enough to cover the upper chest. Smear the cloth the same way you'd smear mustard on a sandwich. Then plop another cloth over it. Next, dab olive oil on the patient's skin and apply the mustard plaster to the upper chest. Check yourself, if you're the patient, or the patient every few minutes, since mustard plaster can burn. Remove after a few minutes. Finally, you'll want to wash off any traces of mustard from the skin. And that's the mustard method. Attempt it next time you're having some chest problems. You'll never know how well it works until you try. Sore throat. If you've got a painful tickle in your throat, then we have a couple perfect homemade remedies for you. Both of these include gargling the substance to make you feel better. First, you can try gargling raspberry tea. To make this home medicine, pour 1 cup boiling water over 2 teaspoons dried leaves. Then steep for 10 minutes, then strain. Allow to cool and toss it in your mouth and gargle away. If that doesn't work, you should try gargling sage. Sage is apparently great for getting rid of sore throats and is recommended by naturalists everywhere. To make this remedy, mix 1 teaspoon in 1 cup boiling water. Steep for 10 minutes, then strain. Add 1 teaspoon each of cider vinegar and honey, then gargle 4 times a day. Hopefully this worked for you, and you can go back to doing whatever it is you were doing when you got your sore throat in the first place. We're guessing karaoke? Toothaches. Let's talk toothaches. A toothache can often be more than just painful. It's annoying, and it lasts forever unless you can master the courage and the funds to go see a dentist. It's a common misconception to assume that a toothache means a person has poor dental hygiene. Sometimes a toothache doesn't happen because of a cavity. If you have a toothache that's unrelated to a cavity, there are many natural remedies that can be used to alleviate the pain, and in some cases, make it go away permanently. Some common causes for a toothache, according to Colgate, include tooth sensitivity, sinus infections, repetitive motions like grinding your teeth and chewing gums, and a chipped tooth. One of the most popular ways to relieve pain is by using cloves. This spice contains eugenol, which is a powerful anesthetic and antiseptic that not only stops the pain, it can also eliminate the germs that might be causing it. Eugenol is a popular substance among dentists, and it's still used by professionals in a purified form. Not only are cloves great for pain relief, but they can also help you clean your mouth and eliminate bad breath. You can use cloves in 3 different ways as pain relief: whole, ground, or as a clove oil compress. If you only have whole cloves, here's what you do. Rinse your mouth with salt water, then place 3 small clover heads close to the tooth that hurts. Let them sit there until they soften from your saliva. Chew them and remove them when you start to taste the bitterness of the spice. In case your tooth hurts too much to chew, here's how you use powdered cloves for your toothache. First, grab a pinch of powdered cloves and apply it between the affected tooth and the gum. Then wait until the powder mixes with your saliva, and let it sit for a few minutes until you start to feel a tingling sensation, then numbness. Spit it out and rinse your mouth with water once you're done. And finally, the best method for relieving a toothache is to use a clove oil compress. Because it's such a common and popular remedy for tooth pain, clove oil can be found in its essential form in stores and pharmacies. All you need is the clove oil, cotton balls, and a half teaspoon of coconut oil, or olive oil. Mix half a teaspoon of coconut oil with 2 drops of the essential clove oil, soak the cotton ball in the mixture, then press it against your mouth where it hurts. As you do this, make sure you don't swallow, and give the compress enough time to act. It should numb the area within a few minutes. If none of these techniques work, you should definitely see your dentist so they can tell you what the source of the pain is, and give you a more permanent solution to cure it. Upset stomach. If you're not going to use Pepto-Bismol, then you should definitely use the following method. It involves using peppermint, which, according to the upset stomach experts at Migraine Again, is great for aiding digestion, supporting an appetite, and curing a hurt tummy. The best possible thing you can do, they say, is to chew it fresh. Just grab some fresh peppermint and pop it in your mouth. If that doesn't sound too great, you can also make peppermint tea. Fun fact, if you have a sugar addiction, peppermint is also great for that. And that wraps up our video. What did you think of our home remedies? Did we miss any of the really good ones? Did you try any? And if so, did they work? To the best of our knowledge, they do, but you should try some at home and let us know in the comments section below whether or not they were effective for you. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and share with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.